Hi,
Hello, hello, hello. This is the Palimistic. This is Authentic Stuff, and that's Monique Brown, our very honorable guest. We are going to talk about, as you can see, today, witchcraft. Hi, Monique. Welcome,
hi.
darling.
Thank you.
I'm so,
Thank you
so
for
happy
inviting me,
that you're
by the
here.
way. Very nice to be here.
I wanted to have you on the show for a long time already, and finally I asked you because there was this trample, this how do you say this border to go over this border to ask you, but
Hello.
you're here. Welkom, welkom, welkom Sally, welkom Leni, welkom Marijke, welkom Ilse, and welcome the Wayne. What are we going to do today? We are going to talk about witchcraft, and who else could I ask before? Because yeah, Monique is the best one to get in the show. She knows
Thank you.
almost everything about witchcraft.
You know what? It is an everyday learn, and you never stop learning. Witchcraft is just you're educated every day, so you never finish basically.
I was searching on the internet and I was asking myself, well, when did this witchcraft started to begin to develop? And I saw it was in the beginning of the 15th century.
Yeah, yeah, it was a stamp on the people, but I
Yeah,
think the witchcraft, and I think it's a long time before. Think about the AG people. Think it's crossing over whole the world basically because it's all connected. So I think a long time before the 1450 when they start doing witch hunting. It was already there. Only people didn't know, or they look different to it. But yeah, the church came. The church find it
oh, yeah.
very difficult. They are playing with the devil basically, but it's not. These days, probably nurses, doctors, and that kind of things is also a part of the witches and the paganism from the past. So, and they only growing herbs and make medication basically. But yeah,
It is the new form of witchcraft today, as you say. Yeah, that's true.
and lots of men and female, they really been treated very badly by the people of the church. And I don't say that every people from the church are the same. I'm not saying that because I always
No.
judge people how they are, but basically it happened, and unfortunately many innocent men and females, even when they didn't do anything and your neighbor didn't like you, they already accuse you for doing witchcraft to basically take rid of you.
Yeah.
Thinking about here the panda witches. You have here the witches of Beaver Castle, and because I live in the UK, of course, so there's a lot of places in history connected with witches, and same for America, and same for Ireland, Scotland, and Ireland, and the Netherlands, and all Europe. It was everywhere
You
because
know, I was in my past life a witch, and I was burned, I was hanged, my head was chopped off. So, did you also know about your past lives that you were a witch?
some a friend of me, two friends of me, like you, were one of them, and another one was Corey. I know her for many years, and she said, Monique, you and a bad back. He said, you're going back to England. You go where you come from. Then I had Corey as well. From you have been in your past life a witch. You were all a couple of lives. You were a witch, and you just keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And I think a while ago, you when we have that conversations as friends, you also told me about this from Monique. I see you being a witch a long
Yeah.
time, and I
Yeah.
think even that we meet each other in the past life as well, and
Yeah.
we like a soulmate basically. So yeah,
Definitely. You know what's so funny? Because I have to explain to our viewers. The first time I came in across Monique was through another friend of mine, and we were talking with each other for the first time, and I felt right away this connection with you that I was like was coming home, you know. And another funny thing is, we were talking about that I was a witch, and I got just now a messenger from a friend of mine. She is also was also a witch, and she saw me, and I saw her burning on the stake. And so that's
Okay.
funny that we are talking about this, and suddenly this friend is coming into my messenger. This
Yeah,
is really
yeah,
strange.
yeah.
Also
Well,
funny.
well, I think the Salem witches were more burned and that kind
Yeah,
of thing. But I think in the UK was not that all, not so. There were more hanged here.
yeah,
They were not already burned here. They were, but not that much as like Europe and that kind of things. They hang people. If I think about the three witches of Beaver Castle and the story, they were accused that they murder children, basically, and
yeah.
they went to um, execute it at Lincoln Castle. I've been there and I saw the grave of Margaret as one of the witches because the story is here more, and I
Yeah.
know
True.
the children, and another witch is buried in another village here in Bufferford. The history is just more than like the Netherlands, but it is,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, I know there is more in England being done with witches and everything than here in Holland. And it is a bit strange because yeah, they were all over. And when I was looking on the internet, try to find out where the witchcraft started and everything, and the most witch hunters there were, that was in France. Did
Yeah,
you know this?
that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
And that's for me really astounding because if you say witchcraft, you say England, for me, in
No,
fact,
no, 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 no.
but
I can.
apparently not.
No, no, no. I was even if you it was that famous queen. She was the mother-in-law from Mary of Scots. She also, if you know Nostradamus,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in that time, there also the royals did a lot of witchcraft.
Oh,
Yeah, they did. I have here a book about royal witches. They did a lot. Uh, there's also the poisoning is coming from that there was poison or they. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah, and the enemies they also poison as well with the herbs. It
wow.
happened because at was one point that there was an enemy and they invited to dinner and they put something in the soup and they all died. That happened.
Wow. Oh, that's very cruel. That's really cruel.
But the life was cruel at that time. You
Yeah,
cannot.
that's true.
It
Very
is
hard
now
life. Yeah,
cruel, but even then in the Middle Age, it was even harder than
yeah,
then
yeah,
than
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
And I have another question. And first of all, I want to say hi to everyone who's joining our show. Thank you for watching and be joining with us. If you have a question, please ask. Maybe we can answer it. Um, the first real witch was Hecate. Is this correct?
yeah, that so see where you can see that our gods and goddesses, they have a story.
Yeah.
Hecate, Diana, the huntress,
Oh yeah.
The Greek,
Yeah.
but we have many Freya, Odin, Thor, and that kind of things. They all Morgan, you know.
Yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah.
So yeah, it is not that that is not been you cannot reach it if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every witch follow his way where they have a connection with. I have a lot with Freya, Odin, and I have a lot with Morgan. But
Yeah.
also, this I think this where you are at your path and the signs what you get and you can work with the gods or the goddesses. You can work with them together. That. and it
Yeah.
can be healing because it can also heal. Now, Morgan is really in Hecate. They are the dark goddesses, and
Ah, the dark ones.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and it is about trauma, healing from trauma. They can force you in dark times, they let you face things, but it doesn't mean that they are not there to help you and to
Yeah.
support you. But yeah, healing is a part also from yourself and your path because nobody's life is perfect.
True. That's true. Well, I've came to notice that my path on the witchcraft thing was more druid. Did I say it correct?
Druids, yeah.
Yeah.
I come in the group as well. I have an amazing friend. When I was just coming to the UK and I was here and I was searching my path and I was not my path, my way here, and there was an amazing man, Mark. And if Mark's seeing this, Mark knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
And his wife, Dawn, she took me under their wings and they took me to the group. So I could celebrate but
So you were
on the hills, yeah.
initiated into this beautiful group, and then you practiced your own witchcraft, as I can say, a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
was
like
a
this.
young
You were a young
I
girl.
ca I was a young girl, and I'm born, of course, I'm Dutch, I'm born in Rotterdam. I lived many years in Breda, you know, and I was already busy with witchcraft and, the pagan path already at that time. Only I grow more and more and more and more, and, then I met my husband, he's a Yorkshireman, and then I moved to the UK, and then I develop here even more and learn about the country and learn about the traditional witchcraft.
And of course, you also learned your a little bit of your past because your past life was also there,
Yeah.
and that's beautiful. Like we talked about it privately, and I think it's fantastic that you can go there to your own country. You hear me say your own country to a country, and there you find that this is your own country. In fact, by past life, you know. And
Yeah, yeah,
beautiful.
that's true. But sometimes, even when I was here, and probably my language was English, and I'm born now the second time. Oh, I would say second time. Maybe it's the 10th time. I don't know. I'm born in the Netherlands, but I notice that it's not always easy to learn the English again. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
your
yeah,
your your soul is
yep,
connecting with the Dutch language.
yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. You know, I had this job, and there were a lot of people who were talking English. So I've talked a lot of English, and eventually I came to my mother, and I was talking to her, and she was looking with big eyes and with disbelief, like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "What's happening?" She said, "What are you talking about? I don't understand you." And so I was talking English to her. I didn't realize.
Yeah, yeah, because I speak quite a bit of English, of course, in my daily life, and work and
No,
in
I
my work
hear the
environment.
English accent in your voice, and that's beautiful because you're a real Dutch and you have this beautiful English accent. Wow, wow.
Mm, not really, because the people here notice that I'm not coming from here. So,
Yeah, but I hear your English, so for me it's wow. Okay, another question. If there is, let's say, first of all, hello everybody who's coming into our show. Thank you for coming. Please share and like our page. And if you have a question about witchcraft, please ask them. And I like your accent, Sally say.
oh,
Please
bless.
ask them so we can answer. I have another question. I
Mm.
know, I don't know if you also use this, but okay, something very strange. Yeah, okay.
You're not
There
talking
was
about sex magic or something, eh?
no, 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 no,
No.
no. Where are you with your hair today?
Where you were 10 minutes ago.
About the sausage, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
I was seeing this series, and it's about three girls,
Oh, the
and
charm.
Charmed, exactly, charmed, yeah. And there was this thing, and it made such an impression in me, and that it left the mark in me. And there was one episode, and they had this apple, and they cut it in half, and
It's
that
all the
half.
pentagram.
No, not really, but it was more like the half of the apple was you need to place those, let's say every 2 meters, a half apple here, half apple there, and that was giving you protection. How do you
Yeah.
feel about this? What do you
Uh,
know about this?
the apple is an traditional witchcraft, because if you cut the apple in the middle, you see a pentagram.
Oh, really? Oh, that's why you said it. Okay.
The five stars. You know, you know, we are not gonna go putting apples everywhere, because
No,
I have an apple tree beside my front door.
nice.
That's really traditional, English traditional, because
Okay.
indeed you cut it as a pentagram, so it protects my home basically.
Okay. So, okay, yeah, I'm allergic to apples, but I'm gonna buy tomorrow. I need to go to the shops and I'm gonna buy me one apple just to slice it in the middle to watch is it a pentagram? Yeah or no?
But they also use it for celebrations. An apple like Samhain. We ancestors is in October, is a celebration. Your
Yeah,
your
yeah.
your your you think about your ancestors. You lay an
Okay.
offer away for them, and you eat. You put a plate in front on the table also for them, even when they are not here anymore, but they still in the
Ah,
other life, in the afterlife,
I
and you
understand.
invite them. You involve them. I have here an altar, and I do it all year, and in my lessons what I give, I also let them make a clay table with two bones. So the two bones are closed, two
Mhm.
open. So the port is open. This is closed and this
Ah,
open. So you can
oh,
protect yourself basically.
wait a minute. Is this why? Well, because you see skulls with bones underneath it that are crossed. So that has to do with
Close,
this.
close.
Wow, I didn't know. Oh, that's nice. A question from Sally. She says, "Can I follow classes with you in the future?" I think
Yeah,
so.
yes, of course you can. I have an own big group, and that maybe you can send a link somewhere.
Yeah,
And on the market, I have a couple of students. I gave lessons. For example, I have a very loyal student as well. And see, to give an example, because that is the development of yourself, basically, because that is witchcraft. You are developing, and you come in your own strength. It is not all about witchcraft and etc. Like you are doing your healing, and with instruments and that kind of things, and
yeah,
sending healing. This is also a kind of form of healing, and a piece of shadow work for yourself. You're gonna develop, you're gonna look around yourself, where you walk. You observe the trees, you observe the herbs, you observe the environment where you're living in. You're gonna
yeah,
make creams, you're gonna make soaps or whatever, or you are busy with crafting,
yeah.
and I let her do that, and she had was almost to a breakdown, and she started to follow the lessons with me, and she is so strong now. She's a totally different lady, you
Oh,
know.
wow.
Yeah, so it's nice to see what this can do for another person, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So you're gonna have I will put your link together with this live later on my
That's
timeline,
fine.
so that
That's fine.
people can go there. There is also another question, Sandra Veldhuizen. It is in Dutch, but I'm gonna repeat it in English. Is there a difference between traditional witchcraft in Holland and in the UK? Is there this difference?
Um, you know what? Every what can I say? I think in the Netherlands, the traditional witchcraft is a bit of the UK. Wicca, they think it's traditional. I'm not agree with them because Wicca came later, is 1950 or something,
Yeah,
and
I was thinking this also. Yeah,
yeah, and a really traditional witchcraft is is long before. Has
yeah.
nothing to do with Wicca, and I'm not gonna put Wicca. I'm not talking about negative because everyone needs to follow his own
I think
path.
it's a branch. It's from the source. It's one branch of
Yeah, and I'm
the
before that.
witchcraft.
I do Middle Age
Yeah,
witchcraft. I do Saxon witchcraft. Even the Bible, you can do good and bad things with it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You have your charms. You can charm your charms to heal someone, but you also can put a curse on somebody. So it's depending. And
yeah,
I think my traditional witchcraft, what I understood, is from this part Cornish, Welsh, Scottish, Ireland, and then you
yeah.
get your folk magic as well, because folk magic here, think about the pixies, think
Oh,
about the brownies, and the natural spirits is all connected. Even the sea is connected with the traditional witchcraft because you
yeah,
cannot do one part and the other part is not. You have to get elements and you're working
yeah.
with your elements.
Exactly what you're saying. The elements. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am a big fan of Hildegard von Bingen. I don't know if you know her.
Who?
Hildegard von Bingen. She is the ground. She made um, the medicine that we are using today. She developed it, and she was a nun. She painted, she wrote it music, and all those kind of
Nice.
things.
Hmm.
And she was also busy with those stones and like jewels and everything to put them underneath your tongue so you can heal this, or put it on your head and you heal that. And but I want to know that you have a religion, yeah, and the church, and you have what you are doing, witchcraft. Is there also some kind of church or also a branch that came from the church that is also doing the witchcraft?
I think witchcraft is everywhere. Uh,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, I'm a
Yeah,
pagan, and a pagan is my life basically. It's my life. I follow the nature basically.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, I spoke yesterday at work to an Indian lady, and she said, "Oh, you're a pagan, eh?" But in my country, long, 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 long time ago, they also followed the nature. Only we called it different.
yeah,
And uh, witchcraft is a separate part, in my opinion. I am a pagan. I follow the nature. Yeah. And I have maybe more gods than somebody who goes to the church, but uh, I am quite aware to not make fun of them because
yeah.
maybe his or her God is also mine. You know,
I
you need
understand
to
this.
be, you,
Yeah,
you need to be very careful with what you're saying. And and I don't want to sound negative, but often the finger points at us. You're a witch. You're out there. You're a pagan, etc. Blah de blah.
yeah,
But then I think, hey, wait a second. I'm not doing that with you. So why are you talking negative about my path? And I respect yours.
yeah. That's funny that you're saying people point the finger. If they point the finger, they forget one thing. There are three fingers pointing to themselves. How
There's,
funny is
but hey ho, everyone's own path, of course. And
Yeah,
I don't. It's not my responsibility. It's their own.
yeah, that's true. So now I have a different kind of question, and prepare yourself.
Oh my god.
I want to talk about war
Oh god. Yeah.
with
Black.
witchcraft. How do you think about this? I know there were some wars that they also used witchcraft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a museum in Boscastle, of course. They find a doll from Hitler with all pins in his asshole and in
Oh,
his
really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And and I know that the witches work together here in the UK to avoid that they come to this country. And I know that I did
Oh,
some
wow.
study as well, and they could keep him there, you know.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, all the pins help because he's not living this day anymore. So you know,
Yeah,
so
that's powerful. That's powerful. If all the witches from one country came together to
they
put
they
this
did it.
wall.
They did it with Donald Trump as well.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
really, yeah. Because I saw you have on Facebook and that kind of things, which is from America and etc. They also work together because they want him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but then they get Biden back. Jesus, how bad can that be? He,
Yeah. Well, I know.
you know, I work in care, and you
Yeah,
know, but he is cognitive, not good.
really. Yeah, 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 true. But okay, that's another life because politics. I don't like politics.
No,
I
no, no. But also, he had a doll.
So, Sandra says, you are a wise woman. Well, thank you. I am a wise woman. Oh, you're talking about Monique. Oh, wow.
Mm.
You know me, little fun, little fun. And I have another question, and maybe you know it, maybe not. I'm just going to ask it. How about where stands the witchcraft with like lesbians, gays, and those kind of things?
Here, everyone is the same, love. Everyone is the same. I
Yeah,
have.
but also in the past. I'm talking also about the past.
I don't know about the
You
past.
don't
I
know.
can only tell you
Okay.
about this. You
Okay.
know, because I think they come more out. They come. They are more honest now. I think these days they are more want to be themselves. You
Yeah.
know, because you have also your
More
culture.
freedom. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, there's
It's
also
more freedom.
involved, and there was also in time that people are hiding their witchcraft or they're hiding their path. Yeah,
True.
so
Yeah.
I presume in that days they probably they make love with each other because you can see the history that there were also gay men going together and were married, you know.
Yeah.
But I think now these days, I think I have a lovely couple of friends, and they there's female and female, and they are totally great together as a couple, and we just accept each other here. You know, we
Yeah.
have no judgment
Well,
here in the
that
UK,
that's
nothing like
something that
that.
I really felt in your group also, that there is no difference. It's just all about love and sharing all our wisdom, and that's beautiful. That I really like this, and yeah, for me it's really fantastic. Um, so now I forgot my question. Shit.
Now, I was in the past. I had some trauma experience, and I said to myself, you know what? I don't want this shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to have the bloody drama
yeah,
around me.
exactly.
I just want to be sharing things, you know,
Yeah,
and everyone is the same. You know, oh,
yeah,
of course, I have my rules. If they gonna sell themselves in my group, I say, hey, wait a second, I have a separate group for that one. You can sell your stuff there. I don't want to know. That's fine. But even then, all the sharing and that kind of things, and maybe it's not always love, of course, because you have also dark side of the witchcraft. But I'm sharing. I want to
yeah,
be connected with everyone. That I find so important, connection. Because you know
yeah,
what, there is a lot of trouble in the world anyway. And witchcraft is not a competition, you know. Witchcraft is to get your hands together and be one.
yeah, yeah. That's for sure. That's for sure. I know the question already. Years ago, when I was a young boy, you cannot imagine, but it is
Is
was.
that you? Is that you?
And there was this guy, and he really made my life like hell, you know. And then I came across somebody who said to me, "What you need to do is take a jar and put it full with nails, and put water in it and shake it and think of the name who is giving you hell. Put the name in it and shake it again, and then throw it into the sink. And I wanted to do this. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, I know, I know. I wanted to do this, but then a friend, a really good friend of mine, said, "Are you really want to do this? But maybe you're gonna put something on you." So tell me, would this work if I did it?
You know what? Needles and nails. Needle and nails. And nails has you have. I don't know if I have it here. I think here. Let me see if I can get the one. I don't know. You have an iron nail. That's the old-fashioned one. I have
Yeah,
here a big one. I'll explain you in a minute what it is. A nail.
yeah.
Yeah, this is
Well,
from the railway. But nails and that kind of things is for protection, basically. Yeah,
so it is to repel.
but it is also a sharp something. Yeah, and that's not nice. If I stick you with needles in your buttock, you don't like it.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. I would love
Only
to.
maybe I won't do it with water, but maybe some vinegar or something. I'm not that all white and that kind of thing. So if they really, yeah, I
So it
won't
was
do harm.
it was a good thing I didn't do it then.
Yeah, I think if you really want to, they have other things. I never heard about this jar and etc. I will probably bury it or put it somewhere in the dirty water and throw it away. Especially not in my house.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Okay, wait a minute. When you still here, when you still had hair. Yes, Sally, when I
That,
had hair.
yeah, that's why I was laughing because I saw her writing there.
Miriam is writing, I'm 67% English and 24% Scandinavian. And before I knew that I had visions of standing on cliffs and saw a man with a wolf's head and sheep clothing, I never forget it. Love to get someday to Ireland, Scotland, and England. I've never been there, not in this life. Well, Miriam, then it's going to be time that you're going then. It
Yeah,
needs, you need to be
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Follow your
You need to
dream, follow your
come.
heart, follow your feelings,
Yeah.
darling.
Yeah, you need to
Definitely.
come. Definitely need to come. And Scandinavia is very pretty as well because there's a lot of
Yeah.
folk magic there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in their kind of magic as well because because here is the Norse and the Celtic is quite mixed, I think, and Scandinavia is also from that part. There's a lot of things. Well, I think from hey, I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, me, I'm a medium and I'm doing healings and everything. And, I believe in elves. Maybe it's strange for some people to hear this, but I know there are different kinds of elves who take care of nature and those kind of things. Did you also know this in your paganism or your witchcraft? This in that there was writings about elves that will take care of all the green
Yeah.
stuff, like trees and everything.
Yes, I believe definitely in nature spirits. I really, really believe in it. And I have a hobby, and I'm gonna develop it in my own business to making pictures and that kind of thing. So I'm even
Yes.
coming closer to nature now. And you know what? I can show you this one, and that is also proof why I believe in it. If I can reach it here, you know.
Wow, and this is what you made?
No, no. Somebody gave it to me. It's an artist. He draw that
It's,
kind of things.
it looks like a dragon.
Yeah, it's a dare fee. So it's like an fairy, like a dare fairy.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, yeah. You have different ones. So if you walk in nature and here you see a lot of English oaks and that kind of things, but even then, have you never something from I see there's something and I don't know. I see there's something. And you have other people who say, I have no clue what you're seeing, mate. I have literally no clue,
Mate.
you know. But
I understand. Yeah.
It is magic is when you are believing it and you can see it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I had this picture, and I'm searching as of now to find this picture because there is this tree in my. I want to say in my garden. I don't have a garden, but in the park here, and there is this tree. And the first time I came into this park, I was really blown away because it was in the stem of the tree there was this heart, and it was
Yeah,
so beautiful. And let me see if I can find it, if this is working. In the meantime, I'm going to read Joe. I think a lot of witches and pagans are born again in these times, healing from how many beautiful spiritual people have been treated over the ages. I had past life experiences in my 20s wherein I stood for a tribunal tribunal
yeah, yeah.
on
Travel.
a
Yeah.
square with all the eyes on the crowd, condemning me. In this life childhood, I always scared of the eyes of the village crowd judging me. So I think lots of trauma can be healed again in this. Well, I think so too, Joe. Definitely, I think so too. So it is for now. I think, Joe, for you, and this is what I'm getting here. It
Mm.
is for you very important to go and stand in front of a crowd and just let those eyes come to you and just talk about it, so that it can
Yeah.
take away the fear, and also the old stamina on your soul from past life.
Yeah, probably because what I said earlier in this live, the people, if they didn't like you or you were different than, or even when you were single, your husband was died or you had no husband or whatever, there was a lot of jealousy around as well, and
True.
even in the past, there was not about love and light.
Yeah.
People are wishing other people ill or about about the animals, what they had, the farm animals like the cows, the sheep, and etc. They make charms to protect them because people, there was hard life at the moment. There was
Oh
it
yeah,
was hard,
definitely.
and so
Life
they
was
still,
much
yeah,
harder.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There's a question for you. Sally, question. I have a circle of stones in my garden. Can I move my stones when I finally move to another house? Well, I
Of
think
course,
so.
of course you
Why
can,
not?
because you
You
can
can
make
take
your
it
own.
with you.
You
Ah,
can make your own space in your new garden. You're gonna
yeah.
tell. But what I would do, oh wow, I love that. Yeah, that's very nice.
Every
Uh,
time when I walk the dog, I see this.
oh bless. But for Sally to see, she can take her stones with her. But if I was her, and I will give something back. I give some other stones back. You know
Yeah.
why? Because you have the natural spirits there as well. And maybe it doesn't feel very well, then you leave it and you buy some new ones. Just
Yeah.
do what your heart say and what your energy say what to do. Because stones are not that expensive,
No.
and there are living fairies and there live nature spirits in your garden. Would you like to take your home away? You know? So yeah, that's the decision from herself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I have a little hobby. Everywhere where I come, when there are trees, I always see faces in trees.
Yeah, that's the nature
Uh,
spirits love.
and I want to show you one.
Oh yeah, I can see it straight away. Oh, that's a grumpy one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. It's a grumpy one. So that means, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, that trees also can be happy, and because I also have a picture of a happy tree, and that trees can also be grumpy. And as you said, so when I
Yeah.
uh, when I want to ask you, I don't know if you know a lot about this, but if I touch this tree, would I can I give? Of course, I can give energy. I experienced this already. But can I get this grumpy tree to be a little bit more happier with the witchcraft thing?
You know what? I think the nature spirits are much above. There is also light and dark. And of course you can connect with the tree because some people do tree hugging,
Yeah,
and then you feel the energy. You know,
yeah,
you need to feel the energy before you can connect and see if you can make a connection with that tree. You can try that and see what the tree is
what's
gonna
happening?
tell you.
Yeah, okay, I will try. Patricia has another question. If somebody has a bewitching over you, do you notice this? Well, I think yes, but I
You
know
know,
also from the past that there are also people who don't know this.
yeah, you can notice if you're cursed when you're tired, you have a headache, you feel sick, and not everything is go like you want it to.
Yeah,
You can do an egg cleaning to see what's going on. Um, but there are also other traditional ways to do so. There and I'm gonna say, be honest with you, Sally is not gonna help you at all.
no,
You know,
no, 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 Sally, no, 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 Sage,
it's
no,
not,
no, no, no.
it's not gonna help you. You need to be, if you curse someone, and you can do a ritual there so you can see who that is, who sent that to you, and then you can handle and you can send it back. Basically, there's some ways you can
Yeah.
find out, definitely, but I protect myself, so um, I have a witch bottle, and everything what they send is and they get it back. Simple.
How do you say this? Simple. No sage, Sally, no sage. Because I know from experience that sage also attracts spirits, and you don't want those spirits, really, believe me. Trees are so full of energy, loving it. Well, that's true. That's very true. And I was searching again because I love trees, and I'm searching because I took a lot of pictures, also from my little doggy. But one of this tree who is really happy, and I'm searching this picture. So let's go on with the show. In the meantime, I'm going to search, and if I find it, I show it. Um, Now I know you have herbs, yeah.
Mhm,
This herb is for this, that herb is for
mhm.
that. If you want to have a beautiful, let's say, a new husband or a new wife, how do I do this to make
No,
this attraction, let's say, to make in the witchcraft, to make this man come to me or this woman come to me?
you have different herbs, of course. The dadilon,
The
yeah,
what?
the dadilon.
Oh, oh yeah, dandelion, yeah.
Think about roses.
Roses are very strong, true.
It's easy. Only people need to think,
Yeah,
because roses I have here. You can do make your own jar, or you can make your own ritual. You can make other herbs. You can make your candles. I'm not a believer in colored candles because they didn't have it in the past either. I believe in herb candles.
yeah,
Uh, from bee wax. Definitely bee wax, and you can do everything with bee wax. You can make
yeah.
creams, etc. You can do everything. But think about it. Leaves of roses. You dadilon is wishes. Yeah, if you think about when you were younger, and you pick a dadilon and you make a wish, and you did a wish. It's also
True.
witchcraft. So
Yeah, yeah,
you can use it in your wish spell.
that's true. I'm almost finding my tree, but I wanted to show you all everything else. Uh, Look at this one. This tree has this arm that reaches all over the ground.
Nice. Now it
And
won't.
that's so beautiful. Really, please stop doing this. So I have this park here, and it's nearby, and there are really there's the tree with the heart, there's the tree with the face, this tree with the long branch that's reaching out. There's
Yeah,
also another tree that is, it's like he is like a ostrich with his head in the ground, and you see these legs straight up. It's really funny to see this. You
yeah,
really need to
yeah.
see it. This is really
Yeah,
nice.
well, I think you're very blessed, Art. You're
True.
very blessed because you can, I would suggest if you go tomorrow, you know, hug the tree. Even
Yeah.
you can ask for advice and give something away. Take some seeds with you. Give something back to nature. You know how many people are not taking from nature? Give something back.
Oh, there's so many people who don't take for nature, really. So many.
You
And
know,
I think it's sad that people are being only in those houses and not going to the trees and sniff the air from the trees and the grass and everything. It grounds you. It gives you. I think for me it's really it's a kind of healing, you know.
yeah, definitely. Because if I haven't have you work, you know a little bit about my situation about
Yeah.
work,
Yeah,
how depressing and toxic it is this moment. You know,
definitely.
and, when I go with my camera and I go to Bradgate Park, that is an amazing resort. Park is over there. They're gonna publish my pictures there as well on their Facebook. And I was standing there, and I said to my teacher, I said, listen, I gonna see the red deers today. He said, yeah, right. He said, I hope you're right. So later, I saw some red deers, female ones.
Nice.
And I said, no, I want a stack. I love the stack. I said, I say, I feel that I'm gonna have my present today. I said, I hope so. So I saw some young
Don't you
ones.
hate it when they say this?
So we walk towards the exit of the park, and yes, you know what? 35 stacks in front of me.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen those pictures on your site, and those are really good pictures, really, really beautiful.
And you know what? I was communicating with them because I noticed that every day was looking at me and stand still and not scared or whatever. Nothing. And
I
I
know
said, come
why.
on then. Come on
You
then.
know
Come
why?
over.
Because that's because of your energy, darling. Because those animals, they read energy, like your car, your cats and your dogs, but also stags and deer and everything. They read energy. I once had this beautiful thing. I went out. That was when I was working still, and I was just at the verge of going over the border of my spirituality, and I'm thinking, okay, so give me a sign if you want me to go there. And suddenly I saw on the right from me this beautiful elk here in Dordrecht. Really, it's still astounding me, and it was looking at me like, well, here's your sign, Art. And I was thinking, oh my God, I asked for a sign and this is the sign. And I wanted to grab my telephone to make a picture of it. And right away it was gone. So it was for me really mind blowing, mind blowing.
Yeah.
Really, animals read your energy, definitely.
Yeah, and you know what? It is. I cannot express how beautiful that park is. I cannot express it. There is so much history there,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
much. So it's unbelievable. If I put some pictures on it, of course you can see them. But it is Viking has been there. A lot of Vikings. The stones. Some people are saying, "Oh yeah, you need to buy an amethyst or a quartz or whatever." No, you don't need that. You don't need that. You know what? Just
If
go
it's,
to the park and go to the
yeah,
for thousands and millions year old stone, grab it, hold it, connect with it, and you feel the power and the energy what it brings you. You don't
That's
need
true.
all, every stone is millions of years old.
That's true. Look, I found my tree who is smiling.
Ah, nice. Nice.
You
Yeah, I
see, he has
see
the
it.
smiley
Nice. I
face
love it. Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's
me
just their
underneath it.
spirits. Yeah. Yeah, but it's lovely. Trees are lovely. I have a picture where I stand in an English oak, and then is a I cannot tell you what the energy I felt there. Oh, bless. Yeah, nice.
You see how beautiful it is, and I
Yeah.
really, 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 that's why I say I love making pictures of trees because they give me so much, they tell you so much, and those kind of things. Let us go back to the people. Joe says, thanks, Ad. Yes, I do that. For that reason, in my 20s, on purpose, I became a hobby actress, and there indeed I experienced how large crowds were cheering for me. Very healing. You see, that's what I'm saying. All the eyes were on you, and so what you did was take away the old stuff. That's good. That's very good. I knew the carrots wouldn't. What? The carrots? Wait. I knew the carrots wouldn't work. Oh, instead of the stones, put some carrots.
Okay.
And Essie says, Aad, is this in on Deer Park? No, it's not on the Deer Park. It's in the Wantai Park. I don't know if you know this. Are you also from Dordrecht? Oh, then it's funny. I sometimes hug the tree. Star Wars? What the fuck? What has Star Wars to do with this?
That's
You see,
fantasy.
that's fantasy. Yeah, I see a lot of stars, and I know that means change is coming.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
another meaning in witchcraft. That's a good one. I think it's the
Yeah.
same meaning.
You know, for me, because I'm also psychic, Starks, or what he said, means for me, Starks, means for me moving forwards,
Yeah,
but also changing in the spiritual, in your soul. So it
yeah.
means growing for me. It means something new, something you're gonna
It
do
brings you
something
new
new.
stuff too. Yeah,
Yeah, but it also bring you travel. It brings you travel, and travel
yeah,
can be on different ways, depending what you see on the side. Because you can move from house maybe, but it can also be an switch and grow in your mind setting or in your spiritual developing.
yeah. Joe says, I have a question. I do have a question that kind of held me back from joining Wicca. Is it a rumor or true that a starting Wicca must take an oath and with that cut your skin to share some blood to a greater horn source, accompanying your vow? Well, I
Uh,
think that has to do that's something else what you are talking about now. I don't think so. What do you think?
I'm not following the Wicca path because high priest or whatever, I, I, there are groups and that's fine what they're doing. That is up to them, but it's not my cup of tea, so we
No,
say.
it's not my cup of tea
Um,
also. Because why
uh,
should you share blood if you just believe in spiritual things and your own belief and the Wicca thing? I don't think that you need to give some scratch in your hand and give the blood and I think
blood.
then there's another path for you there.
Blood is something for your life. It's a
Yeah,
bind. You bind something, and I would say if you really, really want to do it, that's fine with me. If in the Norse witchcraft, you can use your blood in magic, your blood magic, yeah. And blood is if I need to do something in my witchcraft and I want to give an offer to one of my gods, I can give some blood because I give something for my life.
but not to
But
a
but
person.
I will never do it in a group.
No. No, I agree. Not to a person that you give blood to a plant or an animal. Okay, animals also a little bit too far there. But for a tree, yeah, I will give blood for a tree. Yes, that's that definitely.
No,
That's to
don't.
connect. That's for me. That's to connect with this tree. It's not that I'm going to go to the park and say, okay, let's carve and let's give the tree blood. No, no, not like that. Definitely not.
No, no, no. I am coming at groups, and we never share blood with each other. We share meat. Yes, we share meat, and we celebrate, and we share bread, but we're not sharing blood. So and that's again, I come at the roots and the traditional path. So we don't do that. No, I never heard about it. So maybe it's happened outside, what I don't know of, but I'm
Well,
not.
there are covens, like they say, there are covens where they do this. That's for sure, and
No,
that's what I'm knowing.
no,
Um,
but even when I want to start an own coven, I will never expect that for mine. For
No, 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 I understand. Dave, who writes, shocker, Aad is not being naughty this time. First show in a while, and Sally is well behaved too. Normally,
Mm,
sometimes we are a little bit naughty, apparently.
we are not finished yet.
That's true. I saw one today again on my way to my girls. How beautiful is that? Man shocker, yeah. Essie, the trees are lovely over there out in Wandtai Park. Yeah, exactly. So, because now I understand that Essie also lives here in Dordrecht, so she knows what kind of park I'm talking about. It is really, really, there are trees that are so old, but there's also a little bit of old building, and there used to be shootings from soldiers, and it's way back. And now this building is now only a little bit. There's only one wall with some bows, yeah. And
Well, yeah.
sometimes I see there is this spirit there, and that's beautiful. But that's another story. In the last 24 hours, I saw 4 times in a row 555, then 888, and then the Stark. Okay, okay, that's a good one. I have one last question because I see that the time is almost done. In paganism, in witchcraft, what is numbers doing in this story?
Numbers.
Yeah,
I think numbers for me and is the same as for you, because there are messages. I think if you have 1111, that's a message for me. Something I
yeah,
need to be alert. I need to watch. If I had 2222, and it's also a kind of culture thing.
yeah,
I think if you're a spiritual, what do you learn as first? You need to watch the numbers. You need to watch the numbers. You have numerology, numbers, the date of your birth, this, all is connected. Oh, numerology. Okay, I'm a one, so I am on my own. I'm a strong person. I want something. Two, I can have doubts everywhere here and there. And it's the same everywhere.
true, very true. Well, Monique, it is really fascinating, and I really love to have you on another show back again, if you don't mind.
No, no,
Uh,
that's fine.
for now, I thank you very, very much for being my special guest here and talk about witchcraft. For the viewers, I say thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and thank you for asking your questions. So be noticed, Monique is coming back in the near
Yeah.
future, for sure. I say to you all, have a nice day or evening, depends on where you are living on this world. And with this note, have a good day, good night, and see you next
Yeah,
time.
thank you very much, and thank you for the invite, and I'll see you soon, mate.
For sure, definitely. Dave, kick it.